Over $4,000 for 5 basic lands? And they weren't even foil? What? Greetings, owners of fine luxury cardboard rectangles, and welcome to my video on the 5 basic lands that altogether sold for well over $4,000. This is absolutely absurd, and funnily enough, the person who actually owns these cards, or I guess owned them before they were sold, the man selling these cards, happened to show up in the comment section for yesterday's video. It's actually related specifically to this because yesterday I was talking about those sexy lands, right? And today I stumbled across this and thought it was really interesting. Well, after I had already went ahead and grabbed all the pictures and everything, it turns out that in my comment section I was looking at what you guys all had to say, and sure enough, there he was saying, my lands are sexy, or something along those lines. I'll throw the comment up there, but I thought it was hilarious. I've never had a situation before where I was looking into something for a video and the person who was basically part of the video that I'm doing happened to have commented on the video before, mentioning specifically this. It would have led to me doing this video anyways. That's kind of funny. So, while I didn't see your hint there, Mike, apparently I took it anyways. So, we're going to talk about this setup. It's crazy. We got to get in the way back machine so you guys get a bit of context, because we are dealing with basic lands from 4th edition, okay? Now, we're not talking about alternate 4th edition or summer magic, otherwise known as like a different kind of 4th edition Edgar too. So don't think anything like that. We're talking actually just regular, everyday 4th edition. And it all started like 35 weeks ago, roughly, when all of a sudden a post showed up showing a pile of these lands that looked incredibly faded out. Basically, they're missing all of the black ink. So as a result, what you see is a very faded out card. And for reference, guys, here, I dug through my boxes of some older cards here, and I gotta say, honestly, it's a trip down memory lane. Man, I haven't had a reason to go into those boxes full of random old stuff, and I thought to myself, how hard is it going to be to find old and random stuff around here? But it was super easy, actually. The first 2 boxes I opened happened to have big clumps of random old cards, and you could see them just from the side. You could see the age. But anyways, I dug through them, and I found a revised and a 4th edition, and basically, you can see here with the revised and sorry, let me make sure I'm showing you the right one. So this is the revised, and this is the 4th edition. Now, I don't know how well the camera picks it up, but compared to revised, which is 3rd edition, the 4th edition it's a much richer in color. They're pretty rich in color. And if you compare it to how insanely faded these things are, they're missing a bunch of the black ink, and as a result, things like the tap symbols are missing the little things that should be inside them, because these lands used to have like the letter T for tap. So they're missing from those symbols. You can't actually see the sentence because old lands didn't have mana symbols in the text box in terms of a giant one. It had a tiny one with a sentence that said tap from the mana. You can't see any of that stuff. It's all missing. There's so much missing from these cards. Some of them have weird smears. You can see from different pictures that there are like different stains on these cards and things of this nature. So originally, when these things went up, right away, somebody came along and was like, I'll give you $1,500 right now for a set of one of all 5, basically for domain. So, one of each of the 5 different basic land types. I'll give you $1,500. And that was out of the gates. And some other people were like, whoa, what? Because this is a super rare misprint from decades ago. So that was 35 weeks ago. Obviously, Mike's been taking his time to slowly sell them off, or maybe he kept some for himself and decided that he didn't care anymore because he has so much other baller stuff. He put up pictures. Guys, going through this stuff, this is what I do for enjoyment. That's why I like to talk to you guys about stuff I enjoy. And you don't see something too insane every day, but apparently we're living in insane times right now. This stuff that he has here is something I wasn't aware of because, like I said, 35 weeks ago, I wasn't digging that deep into stuff back then, and I wasn't paying as much attention and looking at all this fun stuff. But man, it's really neat to see what happens. So flash forward to right now, and you've got a situation where even now there's a frenzy going for these lands. Each one of these lands sold individually. The lowest bid on any one of these, and these all successfully closed at this amount, as far as I understand, unless there was a payment issue afterwards, which I doubt there would be, because these groups are filled with ballers who have big fat bank accounts who can afford to lay out for these things. So $725 was the least that one of these lands went for. I believe it was $725, $730, and then there was at least one for $800, and I know the island went for $1,350, and there was the one other that was either $750 or $800 roughly. But the prices were astronomical. I mean, the island itself, $1,350, and that's one of the uglier islands in my opinion. There was 3 different island variations, and my favorite was like the fuzzy green island. That was the one that was a big deal where I was from, so I feel like that one probably would have went for more money, but I could be wrong. Either way, the amount of frenzy over these things is absolutely insane. And also the fun things you learn traipsing through the misprint group, where you see basically there's some individual that you call the black hole, and this guy just hoovers up all the amazing, like, super valuable cards. He must have an impressive as hell collection. Either way, this was really interesting to look at. It's mind-blowing to think that 5 basic lands, not even foil, could fetch $4,000 based on age and desirability. It seems like lands are a massive deal if you get misprint lands. So guys, if you end up with misprint lands, keep it in mind. Any misprint can be worth money to the right buyer, but basic lands have far more buyers. This is just absolutely insane. So, to Mike, the person who actually did the auction and the one who commented on my video, I say thanks. In case I hadn't found this on my own, you would have clued me into it. To everybody else, I say thanks for coming by. Let me know what you guys think about these insane, like, big score videos, which is what it is to me. It's like somebody got a big score, but it's epic enough that you want to talk. It's like when a fisherman catches a gigantic fish that's so massive that even though you didn't catch it, you just gotta tell people. It's like, this fish was as big as a house and it ate 7 children. Oh my God, you could see their arms flailing out of their mouth. There was pandemonium. Oh my, one of the kids was still twitching. Billy, is that you? Anyways, have a good one, guys. Thanks for coming by. I ain't got no moosh pillow yet. I ain't got no body pillow for hugging. But you know what I do got? I do got a new Golden Lords of Purple. Ladies, pluralized. Jeremy Love counts as multiple because I love his name and I love hugging my Game Boy pillow. So I'll see you gay boys later. Bye.
In purple we trust. Together we are the 6th color of magic.